I was at the lowest point in my life when my friend told me to check out an online coach's podcast. I listened to it every single day straight for a month. She expanded my mindset and helped me break into a whole new state of being and thinking. And after this, I was obsessed with the world of coaching. I wanted to make an impact just like her. Then, I found out she was making $35 million annually, and she is not alone. After immersing myself in the coaching community, I now personally know dozens of online coaches pulling in 6 to 7 figures a year, working remotely, changing people's lives, and living on their own terms. But how do they do it? And more importantly, how could I do it? How much would people pay me to coach them? So here we go. I'm gonna build a coaching business from the ground up. I've sat down with top coaches and have compiled a game plan to becoming an online coach. From branding to attracting clients, niching down, understanding my target audience, and becoming an expert. And most importantly, being paid to do it. First, it's finding a coaching niche. We can't save the whole world, so we need to discover our niche, the small world we will personally serve. I personally used to hate the word niche because it felt like a box trying to trap my creativity, but then I realized that the niche is just about combining what I love to do, what I know, and the mark I want to leave on the world. So let's look at it that way. It's more about what makes you you. So here's the process. Have some fun figuring out what fires you up and where you already shine. Grab a piece of paper, jot down the stuff you love, what you're good at, and the impact you want to make. And before you know it, you'll see a unique path starting to form. For me, it can be an adventurepreneur coach, helping women build businesses and lives that they don't need a vacation from. Kind of has a fun ring to it. Yours might be mindfulness for entrepreneurs or health coaching for athletes, or maybe something out there that's completely unique and yours. The key here is passion. Without it, you might end up chasing security in a regular 9-to-5 gig. A niche should be something that excites you every day. And as you're dreaming up your niche, think about who's going to love what you offer. And of course, invest into it. We're gonna dive into that a little bit more soon. I would love to know what your niche is or what you think it might be. Comment it down below. Market research. The next question I had was, are there enough people out there willing to spend money to learn how to become adventurepreneurs? So I went over to Google Trends to see the answer. And although the title is not often looked up, some of the keywords in our description were. This will work. If you have a little cash to spend, some more great tools for finding audience interest and current market trends are Statista, Exploding Topics, and Quantilope. As I was scrolling through Google, I found myself a bit of competition. I honestly didn't think there would be as much competition as there was. But the reality is that there will be competition in every industry, especially in coaching. You will find that everyone and their friend Bob is in a similar niche. But we are not afraid of them because remember, it's not about the niche, it's about who you are. Just like nobody else has your exact tone of voice, no one else will coach just like you. We don't need to be frightened by the competition. We're gonna learn from them and use their knowledge to our advantage. So to get a little more insight, I went over to Frederick AI, which I love to use, to show me what competition I need to watch out for. I found a bunch of coaches that did not even show up on Google, and there was a lot that I could learn from them, their value props, packages, and their websites. I also found an AI platform where I can continue to monitor my competition through. It's called Crayon. I am watching you guys. Now, before I go out there shouting to the rooftops that I'm gonna help people become adventurepreneurs, I need to know who I am even talking to. Not everyone is going to be interested in this, so let's find out who is. To be honest, I know it's a little bit obvious, but ChatGPT is super helpful when it comes to finding your target demographic. So I asked it questions until it gave me exactly what I needed. Knowing your target audience is key to deciding what kind of coaching to offer. If one-on-one coaching is too pricey for someone, you could run a group session where they can join at a lower cost and still get value. By catering to what your audience needs and what they can afford, you can reach more people, build a community, and make the best use of your time and your resources. As an example, gyms do this all the time. You can pay to get access to the gym. Then if you have the money, you can get one-on-one training and a custom plan built on you and your needs. One time, a fitness coach told me that if I gave up my Starbucks expenses for the month, I could afford to get fitness coaching. I was not willing for that. No. So as coaches, what do we need to know about our target audience? First, their demographics. Their age, location, occupation, and income level. How much money are they bringing in? Next is their psychographics. Their values, their interests, lifestyle, daily routine, their goals, their aspirations. Next is their pain points. We need to know their biggest challenges and frustrations. Lastly, their motivations, their deepest desires, and what's driving them to even seek coaching in the first place. The next step is crafting a killer coaching program. The biggest misunderstanding that I initially had when it comes to coaching is that one-on-one coaching is the only option. Then my mind was blown when I figured out that I could be making money in my sleep, or making 10 times as much running a group course. So there's 3 typical program structures. We can do one-on-one, group coaching, or a membership program. Next, we have to put together the key topics, modules, tools, and exercises. So here's the current plan. Do one-on-one coaching through video calls to start, and then expand it into a pre-recorded course. Most importantly, forgetting this next part would kind of be like inviting people into a car without wheels. You have good intentions, but you will go nowhere. We have to define exactly what our clients will get after they finish the program. We need to define specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals so our clients will actually get results. That stands for SMART goals, by the way. It's also super important to track your clients' progress. So what AI tools can we use to help us with this? I found a platform called Progress Magic. It allows you to assign tasks to your clients based on their goals, and you get to watch them and track their progress to keep them accountable. Okay, now comes the scariest part of launching an online coaching business: putting yourself out there. Look, I'm sure part of you is scared of what people might think, and this is natural. Maybe you don't think you're good enough or smart enough or whatever. But being willing to look bad or risk your reputation is kind of part of the process. It's important to move forward in spite of what you're feeling. To be completely honest, I feel terrified putting my coaching out there too. But if we don't build an online presence, nobody will know who we are. Now, there are 3 important things that we need to do in order to set up our online presence for our coaching business: strong branding, a killer website, and a fire social media strategy. Branding is all about what people think of when they hear your name. You want them to connect you with the right things that match your values, tell your story, and that give you authority. But if you do too many things at once, it may get confusing. So for my coaching business, I want people to think of freedom and autonomy, nature, turquoise and earthy tones like sand, authenticity, travel influencers, and travel entrepreneurs. It's also important to have distinct visual branding, so I went ahead and made a logo with Hatchful. For social media, we want to focus on the platform where our target audience and demographic hangs out the most. For my audience, it looks like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube would all be good options. The number one thing to know about creating content is to share your own unique perspective and journey. You will win if you give away valuable and free information. To start, it could be answering common questions in your niche or sharing client testimonials. The goal is to build trust with your target audience to the point where you are considered an expert in the field. Then, when you release the program, people will be asking to be a part of it since you are already giving them immense value with your content. Now, the bread and butter of the coaching industry is something called the lead magnet. It's basically free value that you give in exchange for a potential client's email or attention, kind of like bait on a fishing hook. Ideally, they will sign up for your email list or give you their contact. A good lead magnet for my coaching program could be a free list of the top 50 ways to make money remotely and travel this year, a free one-on-one strategy session, or even a business launch plan template for aspiring entrepreneurs. Another really great tactic is to start and launch a podcast. It does not need to be that complicated. Just get a few portable or stationary mics and share the beautiful knowledge that you have stored up in your mind. For a website, I'm gonna set one up on Shopify. Guys, I actually have a tutorial on how to set up a killer Shopify store, and I've linked it down below along with a free trial to give you a little leg up on building your online presence. You can also use something called Shopify Email to run your email marketing right through Shopify for free. This is a really big tool for coaches. I'm also going to be sharing a bunch more great tools for coaches later in this video. Pricing and packaging your services. So how much should we charge people? First, I looked into other coaches in my niche and saw what they were charging. Next, I thought of my personal financial goals and how much I would need to sell in order to get there. Pricing is important because different offers will attract different kinds of people. The number one thing here is using value-based pricing. We want to emphasize the value we bring to our clients through our program. For example, what would someone pay for their financial time and location freedom? What would someone pay for the outcome that you give them? How would it change or benefit their life? Now we need to create an irresistible offer using limited time discounts, limited slots, and by creating bonus incentives. For example, I'm only going to make a certain amount of slots available since I can only handle so many clients at once. This is natural scarcity. Next, we're gonna break down the offer I made into 3 package options for my clients to choose from. We want enough choices to attract different clients, but not too much where it creates decision paralysis. Here are the packages that I made so you can see an example. This is a big area where most new coaches experience imposter syndrome and feel bad charging. I get the feeling, but I personally know coaches charging anywhere from $500 to $10,000 a month per client. You are worth it. You're likely underestimating your value. So choose a number that you're confident enough to sell, but that's out of your comfort zone enough to exercise your courage. You can always change your pricing in the future. Now, what tools do you need to run your coaching business smoothly? There are a lot of moving parts when it comes to running an online coaching business. So I spent quite a bit of time finding a tech stack of tools that I'm gonna need to build and run my online coaching business effectively. I found an app called Course Plus, which is an app that you can actually add into your Shopify store to sell courses. There is even a free plan, which is amazing because who doesn't love free things? But you can also sell your course on Thinkific or Teachable. Next, I found Book That app for appointment setting integrated right into my Shopify store. Calendly is also a great option because it works well on its own. Next, there is an app called Otter that takes meeting notes automatically from my sessions so I can refer to them later. This is super important for coaches. We cannot remember everything. Google Meet and Zoom are great for online workshops and calls. For receiving payments, I find that PayPal is great for international payments, but to give people more options, I also set up Shopify payments as well. Lastly, you're gonna wanna give clients the option to subscribe to your program. You can do that by integrating an app called Subby Subscriptions or by using the free Shopify subscription app. You can run your email marketing through Shopify Email, or you can use MailChimp. This is for newsletters and fostering your warm leads list. You can use ManyChat to send automated DMs with your link to people who want to learn more about your coaching program. Lastly, add in Boxgrow to run affiliate marketing and have partners referring your coaching program for you. Now it's time to attract some clients. Now that we're all set up, the next challenge is to start attracting our dream clients and getting paid. Growing up in Los Angeles, I spent a lot of my life networking and going to events in my industry. This was the fastest way to become interconnected in the world of social media. It's the same with coaching. It's very important to build your network and collaborate with other coaches and influencers. You can use each other's audience to attract new clients. Living in Vancouver, I found several incredible industry events in my community. So I decided to go to a few and I got connected with over 20 coaches in just 1 month. So to find these events, I checked out Eventbrite every week or so, or I got invited by friends in the industry who I'd already met. Another really great tool to attract clients is running ads. I've actually made videos on how to run Facebook and TikTok ads, so I've linked those down below for you to check out. We also want to make sure we have a strong sales funnel. This is a must when it comes to launching an online coaching business. We need to guide our potential clients through each step until they buy. They first watch your organic social media content. Then they get sent to your free lead magnet using ManyChat, and they give you their email. Next, they get sent to your compelling sales page that clearly communicates your value, in Shopify, for example. Here, they have the option to sign up for your course right away and buy it for a small discounted price, or they can book a strategy call with you using Calendly. You then sell them on that call. If they don't purchase, you have their email, so you can retarget them through your email list with Shopify email and social media until they finally click on your landing page to purchase and sign up for the program. This is a typical coaching sales funnel. Next is building community and support. A huge part of building an online coaching business is building a strong community. People don't just buy into knowledge, they buy into a culture. So how can we do this effectively? There's a platform called School that is a great place for your clients to connect, share wins, comment questions, and overcome their challenges together. You can set up your own School community to gather people around your program. Or for a free option, you can always set up a Facebook group as well. It's important to engage with your community, host challenges, run Q&As, and encourage their engagement as well. Now, the next challenge is making sure our clients are happy. But how will we know? Feedback and continuous improvement is the key to growth in this industry. I definitely want to know if my clients are happy and are getting what they hope out of the program. So I'm gonna make sure they know how and where to contact me for input. This feedback can be super helpful in making sure I keep my clients and attract new ones. The last thing we want is bad reviews because we're not paying attention. In the coaching industry, like all industries, it's really important to stay up to date on all the trends. So to do that, I'm constantly following successful and emerging coaches in my niche that I can learn from on Instagram and other socials. Okay, the big question all new coaches ask: how can I actually get clients to pay me for my services? Here are some tried and true methods I have found to get clients. We want to offer all the free value that we can. Free value is going to help us make money in the future. We're just delaying it for later. We can provide a discounted or free introductory strategy session for new clients. And honestly, providing several months of free coaching with people just to get quality testimonials is a great and incredibly useful strategy. You can tap into your existing network and see if there are any other coaches or people who would refer you, and you can incentivize them with a % of the sales. If you are consistent in all the places where your potential clients might find you, you post on the platforms they are, you hang out in the spaces, speak there, and network, and are so present and consistent, they will have to notice you. And of course, running paid ads cater to your target demographic. Now, how can we make sure to stand out as coaches in a saturated market? We need to be able to quickly and confidently sell ourselves. A quick, concise elevator pitch that authentically shares who we are and what we do. As coaches, we also need to share our unique story. What caused you to start your own journey of healing? What were your motivations and pain points? What were the struggles you ran into along the way and the things that you've overcome? How do you plan to help your clients? And how have you helped others already? This is what's going to make you stand out, because there is literally only one you. Now, running a coaching business is demanding, so the next challenge is figuring out how to avoid burnout. We can prioritize our time and focus on something called the critical point. This is the thing that will require the least amount of effort for the biggest effect. So I asked ChatGPT what the critical point would be for building a coaching business, and this is what it says. Leveraging authority and social proof. So make this your #1 priority. It doesn't have to be too complicated. This coach I know, Daria, does this beautifully. She showcases her clients' success, her personal struggles, and the day-to-day in her life. It's super authentic and low maintenance. Lastly, guys, make sure you are on top of your schedule. I double booked on a client and it was absolutely horrible. And then I kid you not, I accidentally did it again to the same client. Granted, I lost that client. So make sure you have all of your appointments logged in on your calendar. A good app to help with managing your schedule and to-do list is called Todoist, and a good app to track your time is ToggleTrack. Now, there you have it. We have officially set up a coaching business. Now, you're likely gonna have some more questions after watching this video, so make sure to comment those down below. And also, if you've made it this far, comment your favorite podcast or book down below as well. This way, we know who watched till the end. And who knows, you might meet some friends on the same journey as you in the comment section. Building an online coaching business can be extremely rewarding. It's one of the greatest opportunities on the planet right now to be able to get paid for your knowledge. There's no earning cap, you can do it remotely, and you get to make an impact. Don't push it off. Take your first step and get started today. Thank you so much for watching. I am Charisma Shalukina with Learn with Shopify. Save this video to your watch later playlist so that you can reference it for any questions you have, or even send it to a friend who might find it valuable. Also, if you like this video, please give it a like and comment what you learned in the comments. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on our weekly videos on all things business. Bye guys.